going mid or Jack's going jungle, which was like an old school counter to Zinzao, but I think we're just going to see the bog standard.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think it does force Jax into a very AP heavy movement from the mid game, show up in the early game as well, because in this sort of position, this is kind of the LeBron.
Yeah, he's looking for it. Jun had to flash away. Hans Summer going forward onto Jun, who's popped the heal. Ignite ticking. LeBron flashes out, but Hans Summer gets first blood. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, there's a kill happening in the mid lane as Isma falls and Caps goes down as well.
As soon as you said it, I was like,
radioactive, there's one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's not even a Kendrick, so what the hell am I supposed to do with this?
Exactly. There's probably something to do with mountains. The teleport comes in behind G2 here. They're looking to take the Drake. They'll get it. Glacial Prison onto Skewmon. He pops the Crescent Guard. Great flash into the bullet time, but not really too much damage on the backline of G2, and they're going to re-engage. Caps goes forward, dashes out to the other side. Jackie's and Jun here as well. Broken Blade trying to flank himself with a TP. LeBron able to get away towards the bottom side. Broken Blade has that unstoppable force. LeBron to burst to full. Flash forward from Lottie to get the stun on BB, who flashes to the wall and then unstoppable forces across. And will manage to escape. G2 sacrificed their cow.
Caps was trying to regroup with Broken Blade and they were just all over the place.
Immediately off that, Giant X will start up the Void Grubs. They'll get two. LeBron trying to use Isma as a taxi to get out. Skewmon gets in to steal away a Grub though, and that means he'll have Mike spawning. Lot coming across. LeBron stopped in the middle of the blast cone, and Lot gifted the kill. 3-2 now in favor of Giant X. Caps just taking plates in the mid lane while all of this happens.
The fact that you are now getting the plays on top side, and it looks like going to get some plates on the top half of the map as well for Giant X. Like, they're significantly happier where this one's going. May even catch Ansama here.
Glacial Prison hits, he cleanses and flashes away from Jun. Didn't want to get caught in that Pop Blossom. It will be a plate over to Giant X. They are losing plates on the bot side, and Skewmon looking for the dive here onto Lot. That tower very low. We'll be able to take it. Lot pops the Grandmaster's Might. Skewmon goes in, but a leap strike out is enough. 2 or 3 minions again. Broken Blade has a tower to get to here and has the unstoppable force it required. So he shouldn't die. If he does, because he didn't use the ult properly, and he manages
off the map. So it's what you're alluding to, the side waves being so much heavier in G2's favor. It's netting them a bit of an advantage here as
Broken Blade's just fighting. True Shot Rush coming out as well. Jackie's might have to use the Fate Sealed to escape because Caps is on the flank underneath the tower. Jackie's down to 300 HP. Caps jumps in. Soul Unbound from Jackie's is perfect. Caps will take him, but he'll fall for it. I think that's all that Jackie's could have got out of that.
That was the best Jackie's EP Broken Blade back to the top side though if they want to try and make this fight happen.
Is the eye open? It's not. Isma could steal this. Glacial Prison, there's the eye, taken away by Noah. Skewmon diving onto Isma. LeBron coming in from the side as well. Skewmon doesn't really have anywhere to get out of this one. Might have to flash out of the back of the pit. Broken Blade flashing forward. Jun flashes over the True Shot Barrage. Manages to get the 2-man stun as Skewmon's killed off Jun now. Skewmon's so low. Sunder Sky healing. Absolutely massive, but he's shut down by Lot. The flash out from LeBron as Broken Blade opens up onto Noah, who still has the barrier. And Broken Blade is CC'd to high heaven. Broken Blade falls. Giant X pick up a 2-for-1.
Great call from Giant X. May even there's no soul unbound, so Cap should just walk away. But great read in the pit. Like when you get these isolated skirmishes with the Sejuani and the melee champions, it works out so well.
And it does. Red Cloud used by Giant X immediately afterwards. Lot jumping onto Skewmon. LeBron there for the knockup. Bullet time onto Skewmon as well. As Giant X are now 7-4 up. Jackie's wants a piece of the action as he CC's Caps, and Caps just about glides away with the Between Worlds to push through for this mid lane tier 1.
Yeah, Giant X did manage to get the Dragon, so they're just trying to reforce entry in towards the mid lane tower. G2 trying to play for that. But if GX overextend here, it could be out of cap.
Jun, 3-man knockup with the Pop Blossom. Fate Sealed, follow up, and Broken Blade has to ult away. Caps already dead, didn't have time to react with a flash of his own. An incredible engage from Jun, doesn't get Giant X. Able to go down towards this bottom side, secure the Archon for themselves. You can see Skewmon all the way on the top side of the map, just farming up his Krugs, trying to get as much gold into his pockets as possible. But there's the Archon, there are the...
As clean as it usually is, and Giant X have been punishing well. Like Jun getting into that position over the wall, finding the flash, and now catching more.
Oh, Lot with the flash forward, double stun. Hans Summer coming across the wall as well as Lot is quite deep here. LeBron gets the knockback, Glacial Prison going short. LeBron still knocked up, pops the Unbreakable Will, but there's the bullet time from Noah. As they manage to kill the cow, they chunk out the rest of G2. Baron's up. Jun's flash will be up before LeBron's flash is up. Caps is having a real struggle bus of a day as well as Broken Blade will be able to take this top tower. Fate Sealed comes out. LeBron chasing forward here, but Giant X are on the collapse, and Broken Blade is in too deep. And there's not much he can do as Giant X collapse on him. They'll kill off the Rock, and now Hans Summer has to Arcane Shift away from Lot, who is on an absolute tear.
But that's two members of G2 that are gone, so Baron could 100% be on the cards here. Skumon, can he make some sort of hero save? But looks like G2 aren't even sure if they want to go for that.
Giant X have really come here and woken up ready to fight. I have to remember, in front of their home crowd in Madrid, Jackie's jumps forward, True Shot Barrage has been used, we'll give it a little bit of vision, Glacial Piston down as well. There's the bullet time, and Skuma doesn't get to play the game. Jun with a good pop blossom onto Caps, and here comes the rest of the chase. Giant X keep G2 away, cull Caps, take the Baron, and now can back away and set up for the next. Very true, very true. One of them slightly squishier than the other one, even if the health bar looks a little bit bigger. As Lebrov here trying to defend his top tier 2. Lot goes in, Counter-Strike used. Lot, that was so greedy. Pops the stopwatch. Face still coming out from Jackie's as well. But I don't think Lot survived for too much longer. Never mind. He jumps in, gets us up in the sky. He goes into the burst of bullet time. Lot, that was absolutely gorgeous. He survived for an absolute age. Does die in the end.
What needed to do with that situation? Coming out with the kills. Giant X. Can they just end right here? I think they can.
Lembrov's up in 8 seconds. Hans Summer's 20 away, as is Caps. The inhibitor tower and the inhibitor have gone down. Giant X with an 8,000 gold lead. Now knocking on the Nexus. Lembrov's looking for that long flank round. The second Nexus tower, the target for Giant X. But the minion wave not actually in range. LeBron gets a double knock-up, stopping the channel through those Hex gates. Caps on his way in. Dashing forward with the weirding. Isma the first target, Isma the only target, as G2 will fell the board. The chase continues as Caps is dashing forward, doesn't have a blast cone to take to go any further. Jackie's jumps back in with a base seal, takes down one, he's looking to make it 2, he'll fight 2! And he channels his way out, where is this guy?
It's daylight robbery from Giant X.
Not had it all calculated in Madrid. Noah now taking the mid-tier 2. Giant X 7 towers to 2 up. Still 7,000 gold in the lead as Skumon pops the Crescent Guard, but goes pop himself. A little bit too greedy, trying to hold on to that tower on stop. Unbreakable will used by Lebrov just to survive through the bullet time. I'm sure Nia would have wanted one of those, but instead, he had to dodge the bullets. Broken Blade on the front line. He is not a tanky mountain. Meanwhile, Caps goes down as well. Giant X. It is a demolition. It's 21 kills to 6. It's a 10,000 gold lead. Like, the only person with more than a couple of kills on G2 is Hans Summer, and he really hasn't had a chance to influence this game.
Yeah, I think when you're an AD carry in this position, there's very little that you can do. Giant X demolishing G2. That was not the sentence I expected to say coming into today.
No, nor did I. Absolutely incredible from Giant X in front of their home crowd as well. A large contingent of Giant X fans making the trip to Madrid, or being in Madrid already, to support this team. And that was a very different Giant X to what we expected. We're going to hand it back over to the analyst desk. Guys, take it away.
Thank you so much. We're, of course, in the thick of it. That is what I call stadium diff. GX, the next game you're going to stick around and then you can battle it out and see how useful the Jin was. I like that. So I have kind of a split desk here in terms of who's going to win based on the drafts. What do you think, Jin?
I was a little bit slow on the trigger. Hans Summer got 2,000 kills in the LEC. His first kill in Game 1 was his 2,000th kill. Looking to make it a few more. Both the top laners proxying waves, as they are wont to do. Isma looking for LeBron. Glacial Fisher coming down as well. And Isma and Jern in a 2v3 right now until the curtains open. Nature's Grass coming out. And Jern pays for his jungler's arrogance, really, there, stepping in. They thought with the curtains called they could do a little bit.
Make things a little tough. So, I'm not saying that Caps will have a bad time. It's just that operating as valuably as possible as they're playing these fights can be a little tough.
G2 are going to try and contest this. Broken Blade has not moved at all, whereas Lot has. Unstoppable Onslaught coming out. The Magnus Sword follow-up, and Skumon is down. Giant X will get their first kill of the game. They'll get all 6 grubs as well.
Nice. Good job by Giant X, shifting a lot towards.
With that Hui or even the Caitlyn can just do a lot of damage from long range. Jackie's here looking for Lebrov. Skewmond as well. Seismic Shove will get the stun back onto him with that Unraveled. Double TP's being used. Glacial Fisher coming out. There's the CC follow-up onto Lebrov, who tried to save his jungler, but can't save himself. He will fall first. Jun takes it into Portal Combat. And G2 begin to back away. Noah clipped, ace in the hole. Not enough, as the Severing Bolt does not connect.
The Severing Bolt and the artillery fire from Caps meant that Noah wasn't able to open up with the curtain call as much as he'd like to, so that could have gone very...
He just stepped straight into them, he still had flash. Caps is down, Broken Blade short to follow. G2 just lose their minds.
What just happened?
He walked into a seismic shove is what happened.
I'm just...
like way too far forward there from Caps. Good one, Rob.
Thank you.
It's a good joke. Oh, LeBron got out as well.
Picture?
Shadowing Strike coming out, but Bob pops the Unbreakable. Can stand beside Skewmon, but the Decimating Smash coming out might stop him in time. Okay, all credit to Giant X, but G2 have absolutely lost the plot. These last sequence of plays have been dire. Charging. Good Weaver's Wall will lock out G2. There's the tier 1 in the mid lane for Giant X. Now they can turn their attentions over to the Drake. Isma tried to ride the Herald, but she was not long for the rest.
Jackie's
on the flank, flash forward, seismic shove, Nature's Guard's coming out as well. This Magnus Storm to follow up. Skewmon dashes in with a twisted advance, but the Spiraling Despair is going to do a lot of work. Jun is the first to fall, and now Jackie's is the second to go down. Giant X a little bit too greedy, a little bit too deep, and they might just lose 3. Broken Blade comes in with the World Ender and ends Isma's day. G2 fight back. Jackie's 2 items on their carries, 2 items as well on Skewmon, who has gone for the Unending Despair as LeBob caught a little bit here. Skewmon jumped on as well. Good double knockup. Isma should be able to make the tree go timber. He runs towards the top side though. Phase rush. Not enough. He phases out of existence in first. Giant X will start up the Artican. And they're going to keep it aggroed for now. Jackie's is on the flank down towards the bottom side. He's spotting out Skewmon. Good double Shadowing Strike. Jun can jump across the wall. Artican should reset. It runs out of patience. Jackie with the Weaver's Wall. They're going first for LeBron, but the Nature's Path and Cat's still alive on the backside. Could make this a very sticky situation for Giant X. Jackie's is already dead, so's Isma, and G2 didn't really have to burn too much to do it.
No, the fact that G2 ended up being on the right side of that wall in the grand scheme of things worked out fantastic for them. Better grouped, better frontline access, and now it's over towards the Baron, and I don't think there's much that Giant X can really do.
Yeah, it just felt a little forced from Giant X, unwilling to wait out for the next Drake, instead trying to get the Artican Baron double combination. But G2 will get the Baron. They'll take this.
Put down by Hansama is kind of where you're going to fall back to.
Jackie's Broken Blade dashed across the wall here, snuck behind Jackie's, flashes forward. The Voltaic Psycho Sword doing so much work as BB finds a kill. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, another engage with the Magnus Storm. Broken Blade's going to TP onto the backside though, as Noah has to cleanse away from Skewmon. Broken Blade joins the fray. I'm not even sure he was needed. He'll take a double out of it. Hansama gets another. Noah's going to fall, and this is it. Giant X swept away a triple for BB, 11-6 now for G2. Soul on their minds and these tier 1s and tier 2s.
Skewmon did a great job there of getting onto Noah in the back of that fight because Jackie's was already dead, so by removing Noah from the equation, there was just no damage left in the middle of that clump of people in the river, so Hansama just outperforming in the fight.
In mid, if they're going to get any pressure, G2 will start up the Artican. Look how quickly it's going down. Already down to 3,000 HP. Unstoppable Onslaught coming out. Lot's going to eat up a couple of those Yordle Snapshites. The Grand Staff will onto the backline, but Isma is way too deep. Lot's already fallen. Giant X just can't find a way in. The false life now sitting on G2. Broken Blade with that flank position. Look how much damage the Infernal Soul is doing. Noah dead to a Severing Bolt. Isma's gonna fall as well. Only Jackie's and Jun left alive, and I'm not sure they can stop this advance.
I mean, Jackie's was in the base as that Atacam was going down, and G2 punish effectively as Lot overextends, and now the base gonna fall next.
Seismic shove on a Broken Blade, but he's still got the false life buff. Jun is dead. Hans is dominating. G2 They have enough minions. They have a tanky enough MKOI to push this one in. The Weaver's Wall blocked again by Lebrov. Jackie's ace in the hole won't be enough to get through the Seraphs, but Broken Blade will. 1-5-1 on this Aatrox. 6-1-3 on this Aatrox in the end, as G2 take the win and even out the series 1-1.
It looked like Giant X had started to get the better of G2, but just a couple of overforces again and again from Giant X means G2 find their window and push us to game number 3.
And they do, and Giant X had it in the palm of their hands that game. You could see like just a couple of mistakes in that mid game, a couple of fights forced when they didn't really need to be forced, allowed G2 to get back into the game. I want to give a lot of credit to Lebrov. His Unbreakables held for the Weaver's Wall did really help out G2. Broken Blade had a great game as well, was funneled a lot of that plate gold in the early game.
Yeah, it's the fact that Broken Blade is consistently kind of in these side lanes. It's what G2 used to do with Caps. They're now kind of...
It's crazy.
I am getting an old school Peace Pigeon Wombo combo right now from that G2 composition. We want to set up for the Yasuo. You got it in jungle, you got it in mid lane, you got it in support, all right? If this doesn't work...
Much happening. I wonder if Isma might look towards bot after he's taken this Scuttle Crab. Lot chunked out a little bit, but he's on his way to Meganar. Yeah, Isma's there, waiting behind Lebrov and Hans Summer. Cap's very low in the mid lane. Oh, one more! Oh, Jackie's! Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, Jackie's kind of into that one a touch. A small tad.
A smidge.
A smidge.
Top and then look for the reset down in towards bot lane, but with all the rigmarole, it hasn't really happened here, and the BB is doing fine.
Going in. Lock still in that Mininar form. You can see BB flashing over Isma. Flash Cyclone, though, does get the double. Lot healing up as well. Lot will fall. Cap's now knocked up with the second cast of the Cyclone. Isma! Oh, no! Yes! Isma! Never mind! Caps knows. He's in your mind. He knows exactly where you are. Caps now 3-0 on this Oreo. Next objective's up with the couple of Void Grubs still here for Giant X. There's another Drake in 2 minutes' time. Jun looking for Skewmon. Can't quite land the slam into the wall. Does force him out, so Isma should be able to pick up this Scuttle Crab before Lebrov comes across. Lot now jumping in. Skewmon going forward as well, and TP comes out. There's the quickness from Lebrov. He needs to escape, but he can't get away from the Cyclone. Broken Blade here to join the play, but Giant X get a kill. Keeper's Verdict stopped by Jun. And G2, I mean, they went for that play, but it was Giant X who came out on top.
With the Poppy ultimate, I think this fight is just G2 favored. GX, they kind of have to come in as a one-man army, which is perfect for this setup for G2.
I mean, as soon as Lot goes into Mininar form, you have to feel G2 will go on the offensive again. Yep, there's the quickness. They step in, they dive forward, and down goes Jun. No Keeper's Verdict available anymore. Isma has to flash out the back of the pit. Lot forced away by Broken Blade. G2 will happily accept Soul Point.
Didn't even have to burn the ultimate from Caps. Just enough damage from Lebrov knockup and the final breath coming through from
Has a bit of a flank position, but only half a Narbar. Jun's looking for Broken Blade. Steadfast Presence will get a couple of people knocked up, but that's a big cooldown down for the remaining fight. Giant X have started up the Hextech Drake. Skewmon is there. Keeper's Verdict stopped by the blast cone from Lebrov. The Cyclone going forward, but Isma's rooted in place and can't find anyone. The Drake does go over to Giant X, but at what cost? Lot's getting chased down by Lebrov. Lot jumps back in, a three-man Gnar with a double stun. Summer goes into the Featherstorm. Caps is falling lower and lower, but he's still surviving in the middle. Noah's going to be able to take out one. Broken Blade looking for him as well, but Noah gets another. Great sidestep from that Steel Tempest. Giant X lose 3, but they get the Drake and they take down 2 with them.
Lebrov is on the hunt though. The Rakan wants to be a bird of prey in this one, but it's Noah who's going to be why you didn't get that shockwave, because there wasn't value for Caps to use it, right? Like, Lot is on one side, you've got Jun who's putting pressure on the other. This though is less so.
Lebrov going for Jackie's. Quickness gets in range. Jackie's knocked up. There's the shockwave, and Jackie's is dead. Lebrov's going to fall as well. Skewmon being chased down towards the bottom side. G2 have found one, as have Giant X. Lot goes into the Mega Gnar form. Skewmon getting chased out by Isma, slowed up, but can just flag and drag his way away. Jun flashes in, but there's no real follow-up from the rest of Giant X. Killer Instinct on a Broken Blade, gets the knock-up into the last breath. Now Hans Summer starts to open up, gets the root, but in goes the Cyclone. Noah's on the wrong side of the wall to really do too much. Raw Catapult coming out. Skewmon's now separated from the rest of his team, and he will fall as well. In the end, it's Giant X coming out on top in terms of the trade, losing 2, taking 3.
These are not fights that should be going this way.
Oh, Broken Blade looking. Can't find anything. I like this from G2 separating the points of pressure, saying, okay, we know you're going to try and play around that dragon. We'll start up the Baron while you do. Noah's going to be able to take the Drake. How low is that Baron right now? 9,000 on it. Isma trying to get behind the pit. Keeper's verdict goes down. Skewmon's not in the pit anymore. Skewmon's not in the pit anymore. And that's the easiest steal I have ever seen happen. Lot trying to go in as the Rob has to pump the quickness. It's daylight robbery in the LEC.
But that's also going to be the mid tower going down as well. Look at where Noah is. G2 are throwing this game over and over, and Giant X
as well have the false life buff now. It's only 1,000 gold lead, but the momentum is truly in Giant X's favor. With this Baron buff for the next 2 minutes, G2 on the back foot, last breath going in. Noah able to escape. False life does get procced in the end, as does Juns, and now Jackie's is on the retreat. Isma, I mean, he can look to try and save his mid laner, doesn't need to. Jackie's able to get away. Thorn now TP behind, as you say. Jackie's uses the stopwatch, puts the Arcane Storm down, knocked up, locked up, and he'll have to withdraw as well.
I think GX are doing a good job.
Do you think they're able of it? Able to do it. That's so much better as we see Lot getting caught out. Does have that Nart. Broken Blade dodges to the side of it. Isma and Lot do still have their false lives. Keeper's verdict stopped by Jun. Jackie's still pushing in the top side. G2 do gain control over the mid lane wave.
In the grand scheme of things, though, like, it hasn't been that impactful of a Red Bull Baron power play.
They're coming over the wall. They know exactly where Lot is.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if Lot was going to go for the hop over the wall.
Oh, Isma goes in with a cycle and onto Hans Summer. Meanwhile, Jackie's down towards one side as pops, caps his stopwatch. Isma's going to come back up with the GA. Killer Instinct in by Noah. Jackie's kills Hans Summer, and now it's all on Noah to try and put the team in his arc, but he can't do it. Good double knockup from LeBron. Skewmon and Broken Blade, the only two left alive, though, and Jackie still has the damage. Skewmon will fall to Jackie's. The death ray is his death knell. Broken Blade catches the wave. And I think maybe a lack of damage now for Giant X, as they might turn their eyes towards the Baron, but LeBron and Broken Blade are still both up.
Jackie still has a lot of damage, and his stopwatch going to need it.
Knockup, last breath onto Jackie's, but he's damn tanky with the Rod of Ages. Jackie's pops the stopwatch side from power, giving a little bit of a shield as well. Broken Blade falls to Isma. It's Jackie's that takes the kill. Isma gets LeBron. G2 thinking, if we can kill Jackie's, we can stop the Baron, but they can't do that.
The fact that Zonya's...
LeBron, man. Talk about the engaged possibility. LeBron on a flank of a lifetime. Lot coming in as well. That's the Arcane Storm. Jackie's just on the front spot, front foot as he pops the stopwatch to avoid the shockwave. LeBron forced away. Caps the same. Does have the teleport. LeBron should be able to escape this. Root landing only onto the clone there. Giant X, I mean, they forced the shockwave out of Caps, and they managed to catch Skewmon, who has a Guardian Angel. It's going to be resurrected in the middle of Giant X. It's all of the CC that they wanted to happen after he comes out, but still managed to take him down. Now there's a Drake to fight over, and G2 don't have their jungler.
And you still got Isma's engage as well, so G2 need to be so careful of Rob.
He has to use the quickness to try and escape, but he's locked up, and Jackie's with the Siphon Power. Noah takes it in the end. Hans Summer, the next target for Giant X, and G2 are caught all out of sorts. Hans Summer's down as well. The soul secured. Caps on the front line as Jun slams him into a wall. Giant X proving that they're the better team with G at the start of their name.
It is rare that we see Cap start 3-0 in a game, and now maybe on the brink of losing said game. Giant X, they want to take it right here.
Caps and Broken Blade trying to defend. They have Shockwave, they have the last breath, but Jun is keeping them at bay. The Killer Instinct in by Noah. Stopwatch to avoid the damage from Caps. Giant X, take a bow in front of your fans. That was incredible.
I cannot believe it is Giant X who managed to take that game. It started off so poorly for them. Caps with the outplay and the solo kill in the mid lane. But they kept fighting. They refused to give up, and they outplayed G2 every step of the way.
I guess Kyoto was right. G2 aren't making worlds. Giant X take them down. You can vote for one of them in your Kia Player of the Series votes. Lot, Noah, and Jun. Middle 6 support is something that's starting to make its way around. solo queue and the like. Alistair is the lock in the end though, so a little bit more CC, good into the rail, something we've seen a few. Razork's, he's here. They're diving this. Oh yeah, Mirwin, what you got? How are you going to escape the shield bolt? Oscar in and uses the barrier. Razork tanks up the tower. Mirwin flashes away, but cannot escape. The barrier coming in clutch there for Oscar Inen. Is pushed too far in. Mirwin has no flash. Mickey looks for the flank position here. Oh, Mirwin. Oh no. Oh me, oh my, oh Mirwin. Mickey flashes, exhaust, knock back. Upset's going to open up. There's the stun with the trample, and the scrap shield shouldn't be enough to get Mirwin out of this one. Upset has the flash. Mirwin still goes down.
Good effort from Mirwin, but yeah, Fnatic and Fnatic ahead. I think this becomes way more difficult for Movistar Core to try and go for.
MKOI will be able to get the first dragon of the game though. Elioy getting the smite down on a slight CS lead for Super and Alvaro due to the swaps and the fact that Upset and Mickey had to play a little bit on the back foot. Alongside that, Oscar Inen constantly going low in this top side makes it hard for him because you kind of want to go low, but Elioy is just waiting around the corner here. Hounds pursue Oscar. Jumps in, gets the barrier, gets the heal back up, but it's just dead anyway. Grand Starfall coming in now as Razork jumps into the middle of two hands pursuit there for the follow-up chase. Aegis Soul was used for the damage reduction, but Razork doesn't really have anywhere to go. He's burnt alive and chopped down by the dogs. Elioya with a double kill.
Are you not entertained?
We've seen AD carries die for less, Rob.
Well, bot side, Mori.
Oscar in it, ignited, jumps in with the infinite dress as well, and Super stacking up the tower, down to 200 HP. Elioya coming in from behind as well as Oscar in it looks for a little bit more, but can't find it. Elioya has all three of MKOI's kills, a spear in his pocket.
Razork could use the Grand Starfall to get to this play, so you have to pull across multiple members, and it means that
they're going to go for it. They're TPing into bot lane.
Yeah.
Mickey's coming across here. There's the Grand Starfall. Mickey just knocks Elioya over the wall, which he was jumping over anyway. That's straight for Fnatic. And as you said, good job by Mickey, bought the time, and Fnatic react to it.
Yeah, the thing I was going to say, which it looks like he's going to do, is actually go for the Black Cleaver.
Yeah, Cleaver, yeah.
So it's just like, hey, I get more health and can try and play through being that little bit tankier since I will be the main target.
Weaver's wall here, trying to catch out Alvaro. We'll get him back with the seismic shove. He flashes away, dies to the spear from Razork. And Fnatic invests a lot, but they do manage to pick up the enemy support. I think for the Malignants on the Ahri as well, much more damage output with this build rather than something like the Rod of Ages. Going to land the charm here. Shield Bolt coming out though. Jojo maybe thought he had a little bit more backup than he does. There's the Magnastorm onto Razork. Aegis Assault coming out. Alvaro falling low. Another good charm onto Razork as he tries to step forward to kill off Alvaro. Spear rush in and out as Jojo sets Elioya up for his fourth kill of the game.
They just about managed to get Razork. Took them a little bit of time.
They're not at the play as of yet. MKOI, well, TP away. Humanoid just leaves, okay. I think MKOI are going to just go in. Okay, we saw Humanoid leave. We'll just dive onto Mickey and he's dead. Cool.
Duffman effect. One and MKOI was like, great. Cool, yeah, well, that seems good.
Mickey dies, and then MKOI get the Drake. Force Humanoid away. Infinite Duress coming out once again onto Mirwin. There's the Grand Starfall as well. Mirwin is caught out, equalized down, but he will fall for the third time this game.
But there is that combo that we were talking about that makes it incredibly tough. Even Oscar Inen.
Here's Horizon Focus. Yeah, what's the other item I'm thinking of? I keep thinking Event Horizon, but that's why I got you. Humanoid going in here. Seismic shot back on Mirwin. Okay, he's dead again. That's happened a lot this game, and it is because he's been targeted. It's not all been Mirwin's fault. I think there have been a couple of small misplays here.
With the mid lane tower still up, because you want to try and play for mid two sides. But hang on, Razork.
Hands pursuit onto Razork. Flash in by Mickey, lands the two-man knock of Alvaro. Knock back into the team. There's the Magnastorm. Razork still surviving in this. Elioya dashing away. Razork tried to flash, but he was ignited and he falls to Elioya. Now the target has to be that Neferi, but Mickey has other ideas. Knocks Alvaro back in. 2 for 2 so far, with Super's fallen low. The blast cone from Super! Oh my god, that was the antithesis of his name, not Super at all. Upset gets the triple, only Elioya gets out.
Super to Oopsa, very, very quick.
Live in the memory of Super is what we'll say. As he yeeted his team back into the Unraveled Earth, Mickey goes in here, dodges the charm, immediately jumps onto Elioya, who still has flash, remember, but doesn't have a chance to use it. He's down. Razork will take the kill. Drake.
I'm still shocked. Jojo just disappeared off my screen. And now, obviously, MKOI trying to re-engage.
And they're always going in. Mickey has the ultimate, has the exhaust as well. We'll pop the Unbreakable Will. The Baron down to 2,000. Mickey sacrificing himself for the good of the team here as he manages to let them get the Baron. Elioya on the chase. Seismic's job will stop him from going any further. Fnatic get out with the Baron and 4 members still alive.
Yeah, one quick pick.
Fnatic's presence are up towards the top lane. Humanoids pushing through mid, 4-1 the split. There's the Weaver's Wall to separate Super and Elioya from the rest of the team. Not quite timed with the wave, but close enough that Fnatic should be able to crack this tier 2. Extend their gold lead to about 7k. There's the Magnastorm. Charm going in as well. A great ultimate from Alvaro, but there is no follow-up from the rest of the team. Infinite Duress going out as they dive forward. Razork looking for a little bit more. Oscar actually still has that ultimate if he does want to dive in. And he finds the backline. He finds 2. Nom, 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 nom. One wolf, much better than the dogs. Elioya falls and Fnatic crack open the game.
Upset is the gift that keeps on giving in this game, flashing forward with the Seekers to keep himself safe and sets up Fnatic for a Game 1 win.
What a performance from Fnatic. Like the early game, MKOI. It was Elioya on the Neferi, he was 4-0, he was massive, but they just couldn't work out how to make it work for MKOI. Fnatic, they found a leash and they put him on it and they were able to keep him under wraps for the rest of the game. Great map movements, great play all around by Fnatic. We're going to go to a short break. We'll be right back after this.
Think alright, Loki.
Kind of, but I think I actually still like MKOI's draft more.
Yeah?
I think Sejuani Yon is just
I
so
trust
suitable.
you. Fully trust this guy. I trust you, bro.
Heal up both through the Doran shield, but also through the cookies. Or just the pots, actually, so far. As Oscar tries to come down to help his jungler. Razork stunned up with the permafrost. He's going to have to flash away. Oscar Vinin, does he still have the decoy clone? Walks away from it and steps back to hit him with a crushing blow and then decoys away.
Yeah, and that's, as you can see, the clone just continue to hit, so Mirren taking a little bit of the worst trade there, but both junglers still sitting here. Razork trying to be a bit of a nuisance, but I think without the level 6s, you don't win this.
Oh, Elioya flashes. They know Razork doesn't have flash. He's going to dash onto Mirwin, but Razork's already down. Oscar's now in the middle of Elioya and Mirwin. Mirwin flashes away, and Oscar's dead. It's a double for Elioya. Deja vu. I have seen this story before. Just be jumped on immediately.
Yeah. And now with the wave crashing in, I just don't think you get the chance to try and do it because Alvaro will be able to stop you and interrupt you before you get to the tower. Sejuani in position bomb, but now Razork here to show up as well.
Alvaro goes in. The wave there in time. Now super flashes forward. Upset cleanses and flashes away. Didn't need the cleanse, but did burn it anyway. Now super with no flash is jumped up by Razork. Alvaro has a depth charge following him. Flash hook across the wall. The battle dance not used. Alvaro falls, and now it's 2 for 2.
Super thought he had the outplay, was hoping that the flash into the arcane shift would finish the kill, but unfortunately, Upset him to flash away, and now Mirren actually...
That's public execution here if he does want to go in.
Not going to follow, but... Yeah, so bot lane going Fnatic's way. This topside matchup not quite working out in the map state. If you're going to beam obviously MKOI, you have those 6 grubs, so having a chance to use them. Oh, Humanoid misses.
Yeah, Jojo just dodges away and binds his soul for a second and then dashes back, realizing he doesn't win the extended trade into Nash's Tooth Azir. Humanoid has forced Jojo down to about half HP. Alvaro's coming across. Humanoid flashes away from the Fate Seal. Jumps onto Mickey as Alvaro went in with the quickness. Mickey doesn't have the flash and is locked up with the Glacial Prison. True Shot Barrage coming down, and it's Super who claims the kill. Humanoid dashing in, thinking he'd catch out Alvaro, who has to flash across the wall. Super falling low to Upset, who doesn't have a flash of his own. Humanoid stunned towards the bottom side, trying to survive, and Elioya has made him meet his maker. Upset's coming across. Razork dashing in here, looking for a little bit more. It's Jojo and Alvaro are both low. Upset clearing out a control ward, because he doesn't really think he can do much more. As Razork goes back in, Crescent Guard, make it rain across the wall. Razork, well, Alvaro jumps back in. There's the permafrost. Alvaro's dead to the double up. Upset finds him. Oscar almost dead in the top side as well, as Mirwin holds on to the verbal execution and flashes, and then dashes out. Oscar falls.
Oscar falls in top side. Alvaro goes too far in the bot fight. Now he probably will still have it back up, but It was Alvaro who just ended up going that bit too far. They ended up netting the kill for Upset off the back of it. So now 3 kills on towards Upset.
Oh, Mirwin, that was gorgeous! A public execution to dodge the Emperor's Divide. Elioya comes across the wall and picks up his 4th of the game.
That was so
Got Oscar's number as well. Talked about the stone skin. You need to auto to get that extra armor, right? So Oscar Winner not even having the opportunity to auto here. Alvaro on the chase as well. Oscar Winner going to try and survive underneath the tower. Jojo tanks it up first. But with the 6 Void Grubs, this tower will fall pretty sharpish. Cyclone coming out. There's the bait seal as well. The clone going to get the extra knockup. But look at how low Oscar is. And Razork unable to finish off Alvaro as of yet. Now he gets him. It's a double. As Jojo and Alvaro fall, Razork at 8/10. There's a better fraction for that. 4/5. There we go. As Jojo goes in with a fade seal from long range. Jojo finds it. Oh, okay. They doubted his Yone on the desk, but Jojo's coming out punching in this game.
It has been spectacular for him, and again, it's a lot of that has been Elioya, a driving force in the back line. Mickey just being a nuisance here, but also then just having the Mirren being able to solo win at the lane, and now...
Death shot's going out. I think Mickey was being a little bit more of a nuisance. The quickness used by Alvaro. It's going to be Razork falling first. As Fnatic begin to retreat, they do manage to pick off Jojo. But it's Mickey that gets that kill. MKOI have an extra man right now. Humanoid's back up, does have teleport, but isn't going to dive in towards that top side. Rifthold summoned, and it will be a tier 2 for MKOI.
Yeah, Mirren's did a public execution, so I was a little nervous that what was meant to happen.
Fight them over it. 3,000 gold to lead for MKOI. They will get Otacon to their names as well.
Well, I'm starting to play this so well.
Yeah.
Like it's
2 items on Super, 2 items on Elioya, 2 items on Mirwin. I don't really think Fnatic will want to fight. In fact, I think they definitely won't. This Humanoid is caught out in a side lane. And
I love the idea that like regular students go to pub quiz, the medical students just all go to someone's house.
Yeah, it's in the watch House of Scrubs. The Glacial Prison hits onto Razork, and we talked about the risk of defending the mid-tier 1. Well, that's the risk, and now it gets even riskier. The TP comes in from Oscar Winning, does get the Cyclone down, looks for the second, but there's no follow-up from the rest of the team. Oscar Winning's dead again. 7-0-2 now for Elioya.
Yeah, that was a very deep TP for Oscar Winning, and Fnatic left him out to dry. MKOI immediately over towards the Baron. Humanoid's gone to the bot side, and that's going to be it. I mean, MKOI with this just continue to keep that pressure up in mid, and how, like, what are Fnatic going to do? There is 0 interaction in this game.
Lose.
Ah, thank you. That was the word I was looking for.
Yeah. Grown from this gold score with Fnatic in them.
I've also seen them from MKOI.
Oh, true. Yeah, true. Okay. Not over till it's over. Elioya trying to put that final nail in the coffin as he does step forward here. Not really any damage. Oscar Winning jumps forward and Mi's like, oh, nope. I'll leave the clone there and back away.
Yeah, the problem is, unless you have Humanoid there, Elioya doesn't die.
Yeah.
So when Humanoid elsewhere at the map, Elioya is like, cool, I'm just going to walk in here and do what I want.
Yeah, Oscar Winning level 14 to the level 17 of Mirwin. Jojo 17 as well, as Humanoid's only 15 and a half. Mirwin will be able to take the top in here. There's the Cyclone in onto him. Glacial Prison does go wide. Death Judge there for the follow-up with the quickness coming out. They can't get onto the back line. Razork dives in. Jojo's killed Humanoid. Down towards the bottom side. Mirwin's still alive. Razork eventually will get the kill. A 1-for-1 exchange, but 3 inhibitors going to fall here for Fnatic. I don't think 1-for-1 is enough.
Now Super going to be able to pre-fire now with Elioya going in.
Good dredge line away from Mickey, still caught up with the permafrost. Does not die to the Yone. Grubs pushing in. 3 waves of Baron up minions as well, although Razork was able to deal with one of them. There's a lot of cannons here as Jojo dashes back out. Almost like some sort of siege. As gonna crash about the same time. Fnatic unable to deal with mid right now. Here come the minions. A Sun Disc put down. Upset can use the bullet time. Mickey goes in, and they will not kill off Alvaro! Oh my god, it's Majesty in Madrid! As MKOI finally engaged, Fnatic extend into them. Humanoid dives in with the Emperor's Divide, but he still can't kill off Jojo. MKOI, 5 players alive. Oscar Winning flashes away. and ruins the perfect line. Oscar underneath the fountain will be killed by a true shot barrage as we go all the way to game 3.
Beautiful stuff by MKOI. So controlled, so clean, and that last play was just the cherry on top. Fnatic did not stand a chance.
They did not at all. I think we're going to a short break before we get back with the final game of the series. Don't you go?
Last pick for Fnatic, I do think I prefer their comp a whole lot.
Why? Because of their not?
I think just their champs make a lot more sense together. I do think they're a little
I think it's enough of a range advantage to just deny everything that MKOI want to bring to the table.
That makes sense. We'll see how the drafts play up into each other as the game goes on. Mirwin going in here. Okay, well, Mirwin is dead. That did not go too well. Possible is great. TP coming out as Jojo is looking for blood. Oscar still has his flash. Jojo. Okay, so where we are. Abscond, flash. Flash away from Oscar, abduct. Jojo misses and now doesn't have a flash of his own. Razzle's on his way across. Last time we saw Fnatic fight a 2v2 on the top side, it didn't end up well for them. But Razzle chases forward and down goes Mirwin. Jojo absconds and abducts a minion. And that's not what you want. 3-0 Fnatic.
Top lane is hemorrhaging gold from Movistar Koi, and Fnatic are happy to pick up the pieces.
A plate for Oscar on the bot side, so he's 1,100 gold ahead. Not going straight for the Manamune, instead he's got himself a serrated Dark as Razor's gone so deep. Alvaro with a great pop loss and lands a stun on 2. Mickey's going to fall to the tower. Oh my god. I thought it was all over, but Razork had other ideas. Stopped by Mirwin as he tried to spot breaker across the wall. Upset needs a TP from his teammate to try and help him out of this one. Human's going to catch out Jojo. Oscar Winning coming in from the side. Elioya, though, on that front line is going to get knocked out by Oscar Winning. Fnatic will extricate themselves from the situation, but they just went so deep for the dive. Ojo! Jojo was able to get Human.
Too. You just couldn't really follow up. Like, Upset had to flash. You just try and get in range to auto attack.
Super stopped. Has already used the rocket jump. He's going to be handshook back here. Gravity Well going down as well. He does have the cleanse, but he won't burn it. Arcane Storm takes him down, and Super falls in bot lane.
That Gravity Well was actually clutch, because if he'd got that extra, you bundled up in the pit. But here we go. MKOI gonna have to try and engage in this bottom half of the fight.
Mirwin has snuck behind Oscar Winning here. Elioya going forward. Oscar Winning is going to have to flash away. Elioya with the slow. Lands the Impale, and Mirwin chases forward with the needlework. Oscar Winning is down. Mirwin gets the shutdown, and Fnatic immediately call for the retreat.
All right, Oscar Winning got caught. Nicely done by Mirwin to wait in the bush and set up then for Elioya over the wall.
Humanoid needs a little bit of support down in this bottom side. Razzle walking in immediately. Charges up the Bulk Breaker. They should be able to get this control ward. Mickey takes it. Handshakes again just onto the clone. Fnatic are investing a lot in getting this bot side push. In fact, they're investing a lot in trying to kill a Skana, but he's damn tanky, and there's the Pop Blossom follow-up. Great Feather Storm from Upset. Lands the root as well onto Alvaro. The Arcane Storm starting to do a little bit of work. Now, Mirwin, the next target, is a TP in behind Fnatic. Hallowed Mist almost taking out Razzle there with the needlework, but can't quite get the extra bit of damage.
Fnatic needed that to work, because they already had the push from Mirwin on top side. They would have lost the Terra top, and Super, as you can see now, is on that Terra. The problem is now top side.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a bit of a struggle for Oscar Winning here. Because Mirwin's here, Alvaro's here, Elioya's here, and Oscar doesn't have a flash. There's a blast cone for him, TP coming out from MKOI, as they invest a lot of resources into making sure this Jace goes the way of the Dodo.
Yeah, 10 seconds on Atakan, but now Mickey finds Super.
Oh, great handshake, but Super even chased with the cease and desist. He got the reset on the rocket jump, and there's a blast cone there for him. Does have to burn the flash. Meanwhile, Jojo's on the flank, and Mickey has to flash away himself. Hostile takeover stolen away. Won't be able to connect onto anyone. We call that one a merger. As Humanoid is being chased out by Mirwin. Hallowed Mist doing a lot of work here. Mirwin dashing forward, though. Humanoid can turn some damage back onto him. Scary for Fnatic, scary for MKOI as well. Mirwin's going to take the bot tier 1. MKOI aren't going to challenge. As you say, no TP on the Gwen means that MKOI don't want to fight it. They had Impale, they had Pop Blossom.
You also have your cake at the Dragon as well, so this is where it's a little bit of a precarious spot. Fnatic, with Razor going in that bit too deep, are in a weird position.
I think Fnatic just get the Drake. Oscar TPing back because he knows he's already lost the tier 2, but the Dragon... Now, I will say, We've seen this happen in the G2 series.
Yeah, I will say though, like, I think this is a good call from Fnatic. MKOI had a really strong position in that jungle, and I think if Fnatic tried to brute force it, Jojo had a good flank, you had Elioya in a decent spot, I think it would have been a disaster. Now they pulled them out, and it worked better.
Decent assist onto Elioya, he's rooted up, but the Pop Blossom finds 4. Jojo looking for the flank already, the Nico has fallen. Mirwin going in as well as Razork does have the bailout to try and bring it back to life. Jojo on the back line, Oscar and Humanoid running for the hills, Super coming in as well. So far, 1-for-1 exchange, a double impale! Snip, snip goes Mirwin, a double through the double impale! Jojo chases further, Humanoid forced away, good knockback by Oscar Ridden as he manages to save his mid laner. But the impale into the shears from Mirwin's enough.
Fnatic out from that point.
That's the thing, by gaining control of the mid wave, Fnatic don't want to lose their mid tier 2. Razork goes in, cease and desist. Immediately they dive onto Super and the handshake will pull him back. Fnatic have found 1. The Movistar Koi to carry in.
But still, MKOI just trying to push in mid, force Fnatic, but they're going to go for the Baron.
Mickey has the hostile takeover here. It's going to be difficult for Movistar Koi to get in. Elioya rooted with the handshake. Baron down to 5,000 HP. Mirwin going in as well. The impale hitting with the gravity well into the hostile takeover. Stops the engage from MKOI. Humanoid able to stay out of range as well as the Pop Blossom. Razork is down, but Fnatic were able to get the Baron. Humanoid and Razork fall. Fnatic
lose the game, but Jojo trying to get the flank. They're trying to draw Fnatic multiple different ways, so they can't just set up behind the hostile takeover.
Alvaro has Flash, has Pop Blossom, and is currently cosplaying as a Scorpion. Sends it in. Elioya on the Drake, down to 3,000. The spike comes out. Elioya's the one to secure it. Also takeover coming out as well. As the re-engage happens onto Mirwin, but there's the Pop Blossom. Feathers flying, the roots come back. Upset pulls him through 2. Jojo goes golden, but he's taken out where he stands. He comes back up. Only Elioya and Super left alive. Fnatic win the fight. How much more?
But somehow Fnatic are holding on and now working their way through the base. Super and Elioya have to put on the hero shoes to carry this one.
I feel like they should be able to defend it. There's the risk of a flash handshake from Mickey, but he's already used it. They jump in onto Super. Oscar knows who the target needs to be. Upset's tanking the turret though. And I think after that they'll realize they can't go any further. Good handshake. Oscar dives back forward. Super almost taking out Oscar in there, but there's a chunk from an accelerated shot blast. And that's like, someone scores a goal and it's immediately called back for offside. It's like, yeah, oh no. We need VAR in League of Legends. That's how we make it more interesting. As Humanoid's caught Pop Blossom as well. Razork and Upset have to try and get away, but the chase continues. No Feather Storm for Upset, but no life for Elioya. Hostile takeover, but Mickey comes in from the side and Upset kills off the Skada. 2-for-1 the exchange in MKOI's favor.
They are trying everything here to pick off multiple members of Fnatic.
They've snuck around the corner here, avoiding that Scuttlecrabber vision. MKOI, I mean, you have to assume they don't know. Otherwise, maybe they just decided not to contest. Fnatic will get the Baron. Drake up. Lead all ran by Fnatic. There's the TP as well from Mirwin towards the mid lane. Clone goes forward. Elioya looking for the Ishtal's impact. Can't find a connection. Handshake back. Impale is short. The gravity well down as well. Elioya is the first to fall. The Arcane Storm begins its work. Mirwin dashing forward onto Mickey. He's got the bailout. Needles from Mirwin won't find much. Waves left of this. Be this +1 most likely, as they have 50 seconds before that buff time's out. Hostile takeover. Well, Razork was able to dodge away from it. Thought perhaps he might have dodged into his death, but just about able to escape as Mirwin dashes forward, looking for Mickey. Needle working to the bailout. Mickey's down. Hostile takeover doesn't connect onto anyone. Super gets the kill. Fnatic retreat. The inhibitor.
But MKOI immediately started on towards the Baron.
TP coming out as well from Jojo. He looks to join up with his team. Fnatic stepping forward. Look at where Mirwin is. He's down towards the bottom side near that blue. MKOI will get the Baron. Both teams
won't be able to try and play for it here. Even Jojo had stolen the Jace ultimate, now going to change it back.
And the issue for Fnatic now is they don't have access to this wave. MKOI are doing a really good job of gating them off as Jojo goes into Oscar Ridden, who has to flash away. Buster shot used as well. Jojo falls low. Razork takes him. Oscar Ridden survives through the explosive charge. Humanoid chase down towards the bottom side. Oscar Ridden is so low, but doesn't have teleport to rejoin this fight. MKOI could play a 4v4 if they take it immediately. Razork met with a clone, he's at half HP. Mirwin looking for a flank position, has the blast cone here as well. Oscar's going to take the long way round. Super still has that Guardian Angel on his shoulders. Razork looking for the Elder Dragon. Mirwin going forward. It's Super who gets the Elder. Is it Super for MKOI? The needle's just short of Humanoids. Fnatic looks to try and turn this play around, but MKOI get the Elder. You don't need boots if you're just defending your base. Who needs the movement speed? Who needs the attack speed? MKOI stepping forward. A minute left on the Elder. Baron expires, but so does the inhibitor tower. So will the inhibitor as MKOI crack through the base of Fnatic. Jojo doing work as well as he moves towards the mid lane in here. That's 2 inhibitors for MKOI. Elioya being chased away a little bit. MKOI, they played around the Baron. Jojo here to stop Fnatic for now. Steals away the hostile takeover. Will pocket, but no one from Fnatic's going to get caught by it. Mewin jumps in and immediately assassinates Humanoid. The Pop Blossom as well. Onto Razzle, counter hostile takeover. Mewin falling lower as Upset begins to open up. Mewin's down, Super dives forward, and Upset dies. Brought back by the GA. Super trying to survive. That's Guardian Angel of his own. Upset's about to respawn as Fnatic. It's Oscar, Upset, and Mickey still alive, but there are Super minions beginning
to buy time. That could be the crucial one. The TP to the mid wave. Oscar Rinnan wants to just look for the end as Fnatic play keep away.
Algro's up in 10 seconds time. Upset trying to do what he can here. The handshake back. There's a hostile takeover onto Super, but it doesn't really matter because Elioya is tanky enough. Super still has the Guardian Angel as Upset goes in. The Impale stops him. The bailout not enough. Super will get the shutdown, and meanwhile in the base, Oscar Rinnan is met by a Pop Blossom. TP's coming in as well by Humanoid. Fnatic are looking for the win. It's all on Humanoid. Humanoid is dead. MKOI! Magnificence! Majesty in Madrid! MKOI, hold on!
And now it's MKOI who are in the base of Fnatic. It is Razork who has to try and hold, but there is nothing left. MKOI have done it.
You'll take the win out of their cold, dead hands. MKOI never give up. The inhibitor respawns. It doesn't matter. They'll still win. They can walk back. They can take the inhibs. MKOI win at home.
What a game! What a way to end the first day of a road trip! My God!
Oh, well, Dios mío. That was a series, wasn't it?